Welcome to Day and Night News Prime Debate. Detective agencies try to stay within the law, but there are some legal grey areas which are debatable. And come to think of it, isn't WikiLeaks detective work? Now, there are certain activities which private detectives cannot conduct, such as looking through government databases, and if a private detective violates the law, his or her license may be revoked or suspended by the licensing agencies. Detective agencies may access as many legal, financial and other records as they can in pursuit of someone. But the question is, where do we draw the line between gathering information and violating the law?
The private detective industry has grown with the changing needs of the public. Social issues like infidelity, unionization have impacted the industry and created new types of work, as has the need for insurance, and with it insurance fraud, criminal defense investigations and the invention of low-cost listening devices. In a number of countries, a licensing process has been introduced that has put criteria in place that investigators have to meet, in most cases a clean criminal record. This has combined with modern business practices that have ensured that most investigators are now professional in outlook. Clients often turn for help because the information they seek doesn't fall within police jurisdiction. Detective agencies may access as many legal, financial and other records as they can in pursuit of someone. Detective agencies try to stay within the law, but there are some legal grey areas which are debatable. There does remain a perception that private detective agencies can cross the line when they feel the need for it. But is that morally correct?
And to discuss the work of private agencies, we have in the studios JPS Virk from Night Detective and Security Services. He's the director. Major M.R. Dodd, who is a private detective, and Advocate A.S. Sukhija. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for coming to our studios. You know, we have CID, we have a whole lot of detective serials that we watch. Children are glued to it. But at the end of the day, would you say, is that really detective work, what we see on television? I mean, that's the first thing that comes to anybody's mind when you start looking at television. Sherlock Holmes. Would you say, is that really the work of a private detective?
You see, the serials and all which are coming nowadays in television, they're quite entertaining.
Yes.
And the stories are made.
And it's glamorized.
And stories are made, well directed.
Yes.
And appears as if they are result oriented. But when it comes to on ground realities and to do the actual work of investigations or detective work, it's a very hard profession. It requires a lot of professionalism, it requires a lot of commitment, and it's a very serious business. And of course, when we relate our actual work with these serials, sometimes we feel there's a big mismatch.
Yeah.
But of course, once a well-directed, well-made story, well-directed story, if it entertains, it also helps us in getting more business.
Yeah.
Because they believe in us.
Yeah, they believe. I mean, that's the first thought that you would see. How do you actually become a private detective?
I personally feel it's a personal viewpoint. We don't become private detectives. It's in every human being to get to know the correct thing. So it's in human nature to get to know the real facts. And sometimes some people, those who are able to go to the real facts, they somehow start feeling that I think if they use these facts and provide the services of these facts to the people, those who need it, then they start enjoying it.
Major Dodd, you've been in the army, and now you are now a private and a freelance detective. How did you make the transition? Was it because you were in the army, so it was easier for you, or people find it easier to work with you?
Yeah, since I was in army, so we are doing a lot of quote on query inquiries sort of thing, and be gathering the information, other facts and figures. So after retirement, when I got this opportunity, I also joined this thing. Basically, when you do something, some quote on query in the army, similarly we have to find out the things in the when you are doing in the civil also. Especially I am dealing with this property borrows. They give wrong this property details, wrong information. So I am generally gathering that information and giving to my more or less it is similar as we were doing the army.
It's pretty similar to that.
Do
you need any particular qualifications, or is it a skill set that is required?
It is, ma'am. I don't think there is a particular qualification or sort of thing. It is a skill only and interest, your personal interest. If you have that personal interest, yes, to know the things, then definitely you can do.
Is there some sort of a difference between a private investigator and a private detective?
More or less it is same.
There is not much. There are a lot of women, you know, in this profession. We would discuss.
I agree with you, ma'am. This ladies, they are very helpful because it is you can say there are certain places you may not be able to achieve the target. Where you have to deploy ladies and so on. They get the information more fast and exact, correct information than us.
Yeah.
Because they can involve with the ladies, they can involve with the children. So that is a
professions. Now there is no gender differentiation. Now in army also the ladies are joining, and so far advocacy the ladies are there.
Do you need a license to be a private detective?
Yes. See, presently in present system there is no law as such that we have to go for a license. But as a association of detectives, there is a movement which is taking place, and already there is a we have already started demanding that those who want to work professionally in the services, they must have a license, and the government is already making this provision, and very soon you will find that detectives will also have to have a proper license.
Yeah.
But as so far services are concerned, the services have already become professional, because under the Services Tax Act, there is a provision where we can pay services tax and provide the services of detective services to any individual.
Yeah. I'm going to bring Mr. Sukhija in. Mr. Sukhija, don't you think before anybody goes into any detective work, when they go into that, they have to have knowledge of law? Isn't that a requirement, a prerequisite before they bring up any sort of investigative facts? Or
I say legal knowledge is always an asset in the general life and in the particular life also. So far as detective work is concerned, because you know that these people are to be engaged, whereas the agencies, those who are investigating the matter, they are not engaged. So if somebody engages them, only then they go there. Whereas the investigating agency, they need not, they have so many, you know, the facilities, privileges given by the government, they do not have. They have to go off their own.
Yeah.
It's quite hazardous and very difficult job for them to do.
yes.
And to be on the safer side, as my brother has said it, license is going to be there. I say permission, if it is taken or license is taken, it is always an umbrella, it protects the man. If somebody goes without a license, I will say that he puts himself into that peril that he cannot come out of it. If he is caught doing something wrong, or even justified also maybe looking like a wrong, he will not be protected by anybody. Little protection is there if somebody is permitted, somebody is having the license, etc. But I say that legal knowledge, it is an asset. It will help a lot.
Yeah, because without, especially when you're dealing with law, you're dealing with people. What are the kind of cases that you generally get?
See, generally, the areas where we are operating, this includes, first is in the corporate sector itself. The corporate houses, those who are asking us various facts which we have to detect. Then there is a product security, like for example a Coke.
Yeah.
Coke, now what good service we are doing, like if it is an original Coke, we'll say yes, it's original. But if spurious Coke is in the market,
and we have plenty of them, so
So this is known as a product security. So
okay.
and product security, the detective work is more important because who is doing it first, and we have to track that those agencies, those who are doing it and bringing it into the market. So various products are there which are spurious and which harm the general society.
Of course.
So if professional detectives are there and the services are taken, I'm sure a lot of product safety can be maintained. That's one. Third, as Major Dode, who has specified already in property investigations.
Yes.
Here I will call it's both. It's investigation also, it's a detective work also. Because many a times what happens, especially those who are into properties, it's a big money involved. And where money is involved, there are people who are trying to take the advantage of a situation, whether from the financial institutions or by sale and purchase. So even if a financial institution, those who do not have the time and opportunity to see actually what is happening on ground, they can always engage a private detective and get to know about the person or those who are trying to take advantage of the system. That's one. Similarly, the common man who is going to do a sale purchase of a small little item, but if they take services of a detective, he can go and check back and give him the clear picture of the property or the party as such. The fourth aspect is much of detective work is now being the detective work is much in demand in the social circles also. Social circle in the sense, I'll say matrimonials.
That's what I thought that was the biggest work.
No, it's not biggest work, but it is now
a major part.
In thing.
Yeah.
Like for example, there's a family who have tried to communicate for a matrimonial
and they want to find out the background and
maybe on the net.
Yeah.
And now they want to get to know the real picture of that family.
So they hire
services. So they can hire the services of an investigation agency or detective services, and we can at least provide the real facts. So before they actually get into go into the contract or the marriage, they can have a real picture. They can have a true facts. Now here I will say both the parties need not be afraid of it. Why? Because the reality is both want to know the real facts.
Okay, that's one. And what about extramarital affairs? Isn't that also equally, I mean, high on the agenda? Aren't you also checking out on who's having, whether the husband and wife between them